back to my channel. If you are new here, then welcome. I hope you guys are excited to see this look. I just filmed it. I think it turned out really good. This is my everyday makeup. I literally do this every day. It's super simple, and I show you guys every product that I use, and I also answer a lot of you guys' questions that you left over on Instagram. So let's go ahead and get on into this. I'm a little bit nervous about filming this. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm used to like vlogging or hauls, and just trying to explain something is a little bit harder. If you guys have been following me for a while and been subscribed to me for a while, you know that I started out doing makeup, so I should be used to this. But I just have a little bit of anxiety like thinking about trying to explain everything to you guys, but I'm going to do my best, so give me a little bit of mercy. So I just washed my face, and I'm going to go ahead and spray this Mario Badescu facial spray on there. I'm almost out of this, and Ulta is like 25 minutes away from my house, so I grabbed this yesterday at Target. I haven't used it yet, but I want to try it. It's the Soothing Facial Mist from Garnier. It's this one right here. It's the rose water, but I'm going to go ahead and spray this one because this is what I use every day. It's like a mist that just revives and refreshes your face. It smells really good. Next, I just go ahead and put some chapstick on. My lips get so dry here. If you guys are curious what I'm looking in, I have a mirror right beside you guys. Really hoping this lighting is good. I have a light up and also natural light, so hopefully it's pretty good lighting. I'm going to go ahead and check on Skylar really quick. She's down for her nap. Mainly she's, yeah. Let me show you guys what she's doing right now. She's just sitting up in there. She's going to lay down then. I asked you guys some questions over on, right now I'm going in with this product. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Glow Lock. And I'm almost out of this too. I need to pick up some more. If you don't know what primer does, this is what it looks like. It closes up your pores. So around my T-zone is where I have the most pores. And this zit decided to pop up yesterday, which is cool. I was like, right before I film a video with no makeup on, I have a huge zit on my forehead. But we're just going to embrace it. Yeah. Okay, but anyway, I asked you guys some questions over on Instagram. I'm going to answer those while I do my makeup. So, first question. What advice would you give to young married couples or engaged couples? Let me think while I open this. I just bought a new brow pencil. This is my favorite brow pencil. It's by Maybelline. It just goes by so fast. I'm on my third one. So I probably go through like one a month. I mean, I fill in my brows every single day. But still, it's still not expensive as the Anastasia one that I used to use. Then I switched to the NYX one. I felt that that ran out faster than the Anastasia one. So I switched to this one. I really enjoy it. I get the color soft brown. But my advice, mainly for young couples, something that me and Tyler really dealt with a lot as a young couple that wanted to get married. I guess that's kind of what this question means. Give to young or engaged. So they're probably engaged. Is you can't take what everybody says into consideration. Definitely take some of it into consideration, but don't take everything, because not everyone's advice is appreciated. I mean, I know that's really kind of mean, but it's true. I mean, we got told so many times, like, we were too young, and we just like didn't need to get married, and we didn't need to be engaged. I was engaged at 17, if you guys don't know that, if you're new here. I got engaged at 17. I graduated when I was 17. I started cosmetology at, like, I was 15 years old in college because I was homeschooled. But he proposed to me in July once he got done with basic training. And I just would say, like, everyone was always very opinionated on young couples, especially older people, they were like, oh my gosh. Well, not honestly older people. It's more like middle-aged people that were in their like 40s, and apparently they didn't do that in their generation. They didn't get married young, and it was just very opinionated. And that's one thing I would definitely say is, like, you guys know if you're in love, if you really love that person, then I say go for it. I feel like I have inspired a lot of younger couples to go for it. Like, if you're really in love, get married. I don't recommend getting married if you're not in love and you just want to get married to get married. But I definitely, Tyler and I have been together since I was 14, and so I knew I was going to marry this guy, so I was like, I want to marry him as soon as I can, start a family with him and everything like that. So that's one thing I would recommend. To go ahead and go in with this Essence Make Me Brow. This stuff is amazing. It basically just sets your brow hairs in place. What I like to do is just go at the front and just kind of brush up my brows, and then towards the ends comb them back. The trending thing right now everybody's doing is brushing their eyebrows up all over, and I do not like that. I don't think it looks clean. I like to brush my back here and then brush the front up. And then I get a lot of questions like, well, if you brush the front up, doesn't it stick up? Well, you can see I need to trim them a little bit up there, which I'm not going to do right now because I don't have time. But when you brush them up with like a spoolie or something, just like trim the tops up there, and then it won't do that. I'm going to go ahead and use this True Match Lumi foundation. This stuff is my go-to foundation. If you're looking for a good, affordable drugstore foundation, I highly suggest this one. I'm really pale, but I'm self-tanned right now, so I'm probably going to take a few, I don't even know if I have it in here. Let me grab that. Since I am self-tan, I'm going to take a few drops of this Rimmel Stay Matte foundation. I don't normally use this, but since I am have a fake tan on, I don't want my foundation to be too light, and I don't like to go out and buy the color for my tan until like summertime. Then I'm going to go in with a damp Real Technique sponge. I always call this a beauty blender. It's not a beauty blender. This is my old one. I had to go out and buy a new one yesterday because I was like, I cannot use that in my video. But you're going to want to damp this sponge. I know a lot of people that don't know that, and you're going to want to damp it and make sure you wring out all the water. Like, don't leave any water able to like squeeze out of the sponge, because that's just going to defeat the purpose of putting foundation on, because your foundation is literally going to move all over your face. So make sure you squeeze out every bit of the excess water when you use to dampen the sponge. When you dampen it, it's going to get bigger. So like you can see this right here, this is not damp, and then this is damp. So the sponge is going to get a lot bigger, so don't be like freaked out when it does that. It just helps your foundation to go on a lot better when you use a damp beauty blender. But I'm just going and putting this normally like I would, patting it in. Don't ever rub. I do rub a little bit on my neck, just kind of dragging it down, blending it in with my self tanner. I'm going to go ahead and answer another question. There's a lot. Do we want another baby? Yes. And then also asked if we do, how many. I would love to have like 4 kids, but Tyler's really set on 3. So, I mean, I'm okay with 3 too. I just think an even number would be better. And honestly, 3 or 4 I'm fine with. But yeah, we do want a bigger family. And of course, with that, we do want another baby in the future. How do you guys cope with being away from family? Okay, I'm going to go in with this NYX HD concealer. This stuff is bomb. I've probably been using this for like 3 years now. I'm in color, the lightest color, albino, I think is what it's called. It's 00 if you're curious. But what I'm doing with this is just going underneath my eyes. This is, I mean, it's not a super lightweight concealer, but it's definitely a lot more lightweight than the Tarte one. And I think that's why I enjoy it, because the Tarte one, even though everyone raves about it, I feel like It creases under my eyes a lot more than this one because it's not so heavy, and that's why I really enjoy it. And also it's like $15 cheaper. But I'm just concealing those areas right there because that's where I want it to be lighter and brighter. What was the question? How do you guys cope being away from family? FaceTime. Like literally FaceTime. I'm pretty sure I FaceTimed. Right now it is, I can't see the time. It's 11:30 and I have FaceTimed my family twice today. Like, well, my brother has called me and my sister has called me. So FaceTime is like the biggest help. Coping with it, I just think that realizing that we are a military family and knowing that it's what we signed up for and something that we're going to have to deal with is definitely a mindset that I've kind of just taught myself. Like, okay, I married a guy in the military and I'm going to be away from my family, and that's just a mindset that I have to have, and that really has helped me. Favorite date? We don't really get to go on dates without Skylar anymore because we're here, so we don't have family to like watch her. I would just have to say, like, we love at-home dates. I love it when we like do a board game and he brings home like sushi or pizza or something. Those are literally my favorite. We actually did one a couple weeks ago. I'm going to go in with this Rimmel Stay Matte powder. I'm in the color, I normally use transparent, but they didn't have it. They were out. So I grabbed Creamy Natural, and I'm just going to, I'm not going to bake or anything. I never bake under my eyes because it makes me crease a lot. I'm just going to set it where I put the concealer kind of heavily, and then everywhere else just kind of blend or drag. So that way my foundation is set and it won't move around on my face. But we actually did one a couple weeks ago where I laid out kind of like a fort style, which was really cute, and Skylar was involved too. And he brought home sushi, and we just sat there and watched a movie and ate sushi and cuddled, and it's just like super fun. I love doing stuff like that. I think it's definitely needed, especially when you have a baby. Spending quality time with each other, even if you can't go out or go to dinner. But as far as like going out, I would love to say we just love to eat, honestly. Trying all the food places. Our last date we went on, we must really like sushi. Went to a sushi place. That was for Valentine's Day because my sister was here, so we were able to go out. And I'm going in with the Wet n Wild contour palette. Also was out of this. I could show you guys it, but it's kind of embarrassing because I was like scraping the pan. I love this bronzer. I don't really use the powder that much, but I do love this bronzer too. It's the Physicians Formula Butter bronzer, but I like to go with this one because it's a lot more affordable. So I'm going to use that for this video, but I do use both of these on an everyday basis. I'm contouring my jaw. This is not my jawline. I don't know what this is called. Why can I not think? Right underneath my cheek. I'm contouring right there, a little bit on my jawline and up here. If you notice, it is in the shape of a 3 right here. You want to go to your forehead, to there, and then to your jawline, and then on the bridge of your nose. I don't heavily contour my nose because it's not an everyday type of thing that I like to do. I don't even know what I was saying. I think I was saying that we went on a date to a sushi place, and that was really nice, just getting out and spending time with each other and talking without any interrupted time. So that was really nice. Story of how you two met. Actually, there is a story up on my YouTube channel that Tyler and I filmed together, and I love how it turned out. I think it's really cute because Skylar was involved in it like halfway through, and she was just a little baby. So I think it's really cute. If you guys haven't watched that, I would suggest checking it out. But a little brief teaser to the story. Tyler and I met, like I said, when we were 14, and he had a girlfriend at the time, and I had a guy I was talking to, definitely not a boyfriend. Tyler was my first boyfriend, but I had a guy I was like talking to, and I mean, I was young, so we didn't date until 8 months after we met. Well, I guess we dated when I was 15, so we met when I was 14, dated when I was 15. But we met on our bus at the church we both attended. We weren't both going to that church. I wasn't going there. My family started going there, and well, they started going there after. Right now I'm just going in with a little bit of this powder and putting it on my eyelids because I was noticing that they were creasing a little bit. But we weren't going to this church at the time, and then I went on like a youth activity with them, and then we started going to that church, and then Tyler and I started to get to know each other a little bit better, and then a few short months later we started dating in April of 2014. Is that right? Wow. Yeah, 2014. So we've been together 5 years this year in April. It is April. So the 22nd we'll be together 5 years, which is crazy for me to think about. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and go in with some blush. This is the Cabana. I always say this wrong. It's the Cabana Boy in the color. What is this shade? I guess it's Cabana Boy. Yeah, this is the one I'm using, and that is the color name. I'm just going to go in with this blush brush and apply this straight to the apples of my cheek. And I don't like to, I mean, I don't really do this a lot, like the circular motions. I kind of like to pat my blush on. I just think it goes on a little bit better when I do that. Another question. What is one thing y'all fight about the most? Oh my gosh, I don't even know. We just have like weird arguments. Like, maybe I'm going in with, this looks so bad. I only use these two colors, honestly. They are, literally, this is the best highlighting palette I've ever used in my life. You can't even see the cover on it because I've had this for literally the longest time. I'll put a picture of it right here so you guys can see what it is. It is only $12 at Ulta in the brand Revolution. I'm obsessed with it. Like, look at this. Isn't that stunning? And it's not chalky at all. 12 bucks for this whole palette. And sometimes I will dabble into like this lighter shade, but I don't really use these down here. Maybe that bronzier one during the summer, but that's about it. The other ones are just a little bit crazy for me. Like, there's like a purple, purplish bluish one. But if you're into that, I highly suggest this palette. Even if you're not into that, I really suggest this palette because $12, and these have lasted me forever. But I can't even think of like something that we mainly fight about. It's never okay, yes I can actually think of something. Let me go grab some tissue so I can wipe the foundation off my lips, and I'll answer that. I also just realized that I'm answering the questions for our husband and wife Q&A. I thought I was answering the ones from for me that I asked you guys, because I had to screenshot them because it was like a couple weeks ago. I just realized I'm not answering the right ones, but anyways, hope you guys aren't mad at me for this. But I'll have to ask again some more questions, so be ready for that when I ask you. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more chapstick on. That one's gone actually. But what was I going to answer? What do we argue about? Oh, I thought of it. Definitely Xbox. I feel like that is a huge thing in almost anybody's marriage. If the husband plays Xbox, you probably argue about it. Let me know if you can relate in the comments below. I'm not like overly dramatic about it, but I do bring it up occasionally, like, hey, you're probably playing too much. Like, don't you want to spend time with your family? You never see us. You're at work a lot. So that's probably something we argue about, because then he's like, I don't play too much. You guys know. And I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes. I'm just using the Revlon lash curler. I've used this since I was like 13 years old, whenever I started wearing mascara. Probably like 14. And I've never found a better lash curler than this one. But I will have everything like that I use, talk about in this video, linked down below as best as I can. I will try to link them, some of them on Amazon, because I know that's easier for you guys to purchase them. But a lot of them will be linked at Ulta, and they always have a $3.50 off coupon, so do not forget to use that if you do buy anything. If you spend over $15 at Ulta, you get $3.50 off. So literally you could buy this fountain. You guys get it. Like, if you could buy 2 things and get $3.50 off, I highly recommend it. But yeah, I'm gonna go to the real questions that I asked you guys for me to answer, not for both of us. Hopefully I screenshotted it. I feel like I didn't. Oh yeah, there they are. Do you and Tyler think you all are going to stay a military family? Yes. We contemplate it and we go back and forth between it, but I think we are going to stay in the military. Right now I'm going in with this mascara. This is my holy grail, you guys. Like, I've never found a mascara that works this good. And I just found this like 2 weeks ago, and I am obsessed with it. Cami Carter mentioned this on her channel. She's a makeup artist. And I love her channel so much. I will link her channel down below for you guys to check out if you need some makeup inspiration, because I know I cannot post a lot of it. Like, but she related this to the Better Than Sex mascara, and I really agree with that. It has the almost exact wand on it, but it's just so good. I was wearing fake lashes like every single day. Not anymore. Like, this stuff is bomb. So back to that question. Yeah, I think we're gonna stay in just because it's something that really fits our family. I hate the distance, but it's something that just like really works for us. And it might not be, I think he will always stay Army. I don't think he'll ever switch branches unless he does recruiting, which is a little bit different. So that way we can go back to our hometown, which would be awesome. That's something that we're looking into doing. Like, with our next duty station, we're looking at going back home, which is North Carolina, and possibly being a recruiter, or him being a recruiter, and then us being able to stay like in our hometown, which would be really cool. I don't know. We'll see what he decides. He literally changes his mind like every single day, so who knows. Somebody asked my favorite or my go-to Starbucks drink. Coffee wise, it's this is so extra, but I get and it's so cheap, so I highly suggest trying it if you guys are like into caramel macchiatos and you don't want to spend the $5. This tastes like a caramel macchiato to me, but I get an iced coffee, a grande iced coffee with 3 pumps of white mocha and 3 pumps of caramel syrup, and so good. Like, want it right now thinking about it. It's so good. I get it with cream too. No classic and cream. So if you guys are probably getting tired of me watching me apply mascara, but I'm almost done, I promise. I just put it on my top and bottom lashes. But that's what I always order if I order coffee, is a grande iced coffee with 3 pumps of white mocha, 3 pumps of caramel syrup, and cream. No classic. But you can get it with caramel drizzle. If I'm feeling really extra that day, I will get it just like the caramel macchiato with caramel in it. It literally tastes just like it, and it's like $3. So I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes again. Some people cringe at the thought of me doing this, but I like it. I think it makes my lashes look really good. If you want, you can wait until they're dry. I think it makes them look a lot better. But that's just my personal preference. My lips get so dry here. I have to apply chapstick like 100 times a day. So I'm going to go ahead and put some lipstick on. They sent me these. I love these. It's by... I cannot remember the name of this product, this brand. I cannot remember the name of it, but I'll have the lipstick link down below. It's in the color Molly. I love it. I think it's the perfect shade for my skin tone. It's like a mauve orange, It's a perfect nude with a little bit of color, if that makes sense. But if I don't want coffee, I will get a pink drink, which is like my literal go-to. I always get a pink drink. That's a cute look, isn't it? Okay, I just put my hair the way I normally wear it. It's like my everyday hair. This is my everyday makeup. I'm gonna go ahead and spray a little bit of this rose water on top and just see how it does throughout the day. That smells so good. Yes. That smells really good. Super hydrating too. Look at my forehead.
Felt I'm done with the defense.
But you guys, that is going to be the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to go ahead and try to get this edited before Skylar wakes up from her nap. I had a lot of fun filming this. I had a lot of fun answering the questions for you guys. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up like usual. Subscribe if you are new. I'd love to have you as a subscriber. We're about to hit 600 subscribers and I'm so dang excited about it. Like, I cannot. I've literally been talking to my family about it every day. I'm like, I'm about to hit 600, I'm about to hit 600. I'm just really excited. I never thought that I would actually be a YouTuber. Like, I never thought that I would make this like a full-time thing, and I love it. And I really appreciate you guys' support. But on the topic of makeup, I hope you guys enjoy this and it gives you a little bit of inspiration to try new products. But again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.